1% more softness in the body temple as a doorway to self-healing and self-realization. Aaron has facilitated the work around the world from Switzerland with Greg Braden to San Diego with the trees to the Pacific College of Health and Science quantum physics class in San Diego, as well as breath and sound circles in the Santa Fe Salt Cave. Aaron enjoys singing, playing his monochord, gardening, qigong, running, biking, and being guided by his two wonderful nieces. Everybody, please help me welcome Aaron Gannon.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Thanks. Okay. Hello. I'm Aaron. Good to meet you all. And I had a whole speech planned, and then I realized that we needed to actually breathe. So I wanted to maybe just give a few convincing words as to why you might want to continue breathing. But also, before I begin, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Nikki and to Linda and to the whole team. It's been, I think 2017 was the first time that I actually attended a Star Knowledge conference. And I didn't get to know Chief too much. We got to talk a little bit, but the thing that stood out the most to me was his authenticity. He was funny, normal, kind of irreverent, and very respectful to the mission, which his mission is through the heart. And that's really what it's all about. It's just through the heart. And I loved what Jenny was talking about, not even talking about, what she was exuding in her talk of presence of the heart. You could feel it. You had wonderful words, but it was the feeling, the etheric, the presence, right? And that has a lot of power in it. And so Jenny kind of is teeing us off for what I'm hoping we can actually practice here in a little bit, which is to open the heart through the breath. Because this is the doorway that Chief was talking about. It's the doorway for all of these codes, this wisdom. It's not just knowledge, it's knowledge in practice, in right practice, right? And that is wisdom. And that comes through the heart. And then also Joe's words about being vaguely focused on where he was living. I loved what he said there. Gently focused, because in this day and age, we are so transfixed outwardly, pointedly at a screen. And I'll never forget, I had a Qigong teacher who taught me something as a way to actually feel more in your heart. And that is, we actually have to open our peripheral vision. We need to soften the vision, because we lose 70% of our energy or chi just through that one sense. And if we can soften that and open the periphery, that actually links with a part of the brain that gives you the ability to close your eyes and to touch your left nipple, or without looking there, right? You have the feeling awareness within your physical body without looking there. You can feel there. But not only can you feel there, you can feel into the depth of your nervous system, the heart center. Not just the organ, but the heart center. And where your awareness goes, chi flows, right? Not looking, but feeling. 1% more softness. In my intro, she mentioned that. And it really is that simple. Most people were so looking pointedly outward that we're not able to feel inward. So one of the skills you're going to learn before the end of this talk, it's actually really a class, is to feel 1% more softness in your heart center. So vaguely focused. It's not, you might even look bored when you do it. Right? You might even look a little like dull, but not inwardly. Inwardly, you feel the presence. The presence is the power. Sometimes people confuse presence and power. They want to do the power thing, which you will connect to your power. It's actually really important that we do that in the base of your belly, and we're going to breathe there to connect you with the base of your fountain. But it's the presence that's going to work beyond, through walls. I have an elder friend who talks about the etheric body. We need to just put our attention to a tree and we can breathe with it. And we will get the life-giving forces of that, just with our attention. So we need to wake up the heart forces so that we can bring that presence to our surroundings and deeper in through our fountain. So just a couple of stories to maybe inspire you for your intention, because the first thing you're kind of getting a hint of a skill that you're learning is the ability to feel inwardly by softening the vision. The second skill is going to be learning 2 breaths, which is part of what I call golden breath work. And this is not just breathing through the mouth. How many people have done something called breath work before? Okay, great. So we got about half the room that has. So some of you might know it as breathing through the mouth like this. And it's... where I'm inhaling into my belly and I let it rise to my chest. It's a full inhale. It's an easy exhale that just falls out. We surrender the exhale. We don't need to punch it out or like gripping the exhale. We're not doing that either. We're just letting it fall out. It's a full, free-flowing breath. And this is going to give you a little more access in your body. Why are we breathing in our body this way? Feeling and healing. Feel, heal. Feel, heal. That sounds very similar. There's a breathiness to them as well. But when we feel a little more softness in our bodies, the miracles, and I want to use that word. I want to use the word miracle, which is just something beyond what we would maybe expect. The miracles that have happened in my life and in the clients that I've seen are just wonderful. For instance, I had a woman who had a trigeminal myalgia, which is like a level 10 pain that goes through the nerves in your face. And she was taking lots of pain medication. She couldn't feel the pain. Well, she felt the pain, but she couldn't feel the depth of it because it was kind of numbing out from trying to just deal with the pain. But I invited her to breathe gently, which is the second breath you're going to get. But also she breathed the first breath that I shared. But to really, whatever the breath, was to feel 1% more softness. And she decided to stop taking her pain medication. She was told by the doctors that she would never recover from this. And within a few sessions of practicing breathing softly, feeling 1% more softness, and breathing fully, connecting to her power, she no longer has the pain because she's feeling in her body, right? I'm not suggesting, don't take pain medication when you are feeling in pain. I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. However, the practice of being courageous to feel, and not just feel physically, but also to feel emotionally, or to go into the memory that maybe did not feel so true in your life or in your lineage's life. Because when you keep breathing, not holding the breath, but when you keep breathing through it, you can transmute the energy very rapidly. With awareness, though. It's not just about breathing like a machine. You got to have the presence. coming back to, oh yes, I wanted to share one other kind of testimonial, right? Or just an inspiration for you, for what the power of the breath can bring. And that is, there was a woman who tried getting pregnant. She actually did several rounds of IVF, and she could not get pregnant. When we breathe that open mouth breath, where we're breathing into the belly, and not just the belly, but all the way into, like, near your pelvic floor. When you breathe there, I'm not asking you just to push air there. I'm asking you to feel 1% more softness as you breathe there. And she did this. And on the third session, she said, she didn't actually say anything after the third session. She waited a month. And at the beginning of the fourth session, she said, Aaron, during our last session, believe I felt and saw the moment of implantation during the breath session. And sure enough, she got pregnant and she had a baby a year and a half ago. Presence. She didn't in her session just breathe like a machine. She breathed courageously. She let the waters flow. So one of my dear friends, maybe others, are going to be talking about the waters. And there is true power in your waters. And so I'm just bringing that up because when we do this practice together shortly, it's possible that tears may come up. It's possible laughter may come up. It's possible tension in your physical body may come up. And all of that is normal as you start to open your channel to your true self, because that's really what it's about. It's about waking up your heart. It's about feeling in your body here on earth and connecting with the wisdom of the star nations and of our elders, of our ancestors who have passed, to get the information that we need, which is really love, right? Love is really the backbone of it all. So anytime something comes through when you do this breath, witness it with loving awareness if you can, all right? So don't stop feeling it. Don't be like, oh, I'm supposed to witness it with loving awareness. Feel and recognize that it's not who you truly are if something difficult is coming up, because we're much greater than that. That's something Chief always talked about, was we are way more than I think we give ourselves credit for. And so we need to practice remembering that, and that is through our breath. One final thing I guess I just wanted to share, which is, 11 years ago, I didn't know anything about this. And I had someone come up to me, and she said to me, she was in a yoga class, she was an elder, like in her 60s. She's like, Aaron, I'd like to breathe you. And I was like, what? And she probably could tell I was like worn down by a career that was 60 hours a week, on the phone constantly, no peripheral vision. And so she brought me, she came to my home and she put me down on the bed and she sat next to the bed and she put on beautiful music and I started breathing through my mouth. And what happened was I didn't know all of the decades of unfeeling that I had been carrying in my backpack, right? We all have this backpack. We might have this backpack. Some of our backpacks are lighter than others. But it is possible to let go of the backpack, to empty the backpack so that you can be free. And that's what I got to do in that session. I got to let go of shame and guilt for not feeling good enough. Even though I was excelling, I didn't feel good enough. Feeling unlovable because I hadn't had a partner in so many years, thinking that was a reflection of who I was. Maybe it was. There was so many things that were coming through in the session that were helping me to see that I could improve and let go of things of my life. And at the same time, I could open up to a prayer that could be felt. And so that actually brings me to the last part before we get started, and that is your prayer. Because when we do this breath work, it opens up our subconscious. It gives us a little more feeling awareness access without psychobabble or talk. Talk therapy is amazing, and I've received wonderful guidance with talk therapy, and sometimes it gets us stuck in the mental body. And so there's the man that was mentioned in my intro, Greg Braden. He sometimes will talk to groups about what he has learned, and actually what I have learned as well from the Taos Pueblo people where I live, which is, how do you pray? And praying, a lot of times the connotation of it is, oh, I really want to be worthy. Like, make me worthy, Great Spirit. Will you please make me worthy, Great Spirit? But this is not the way that the people pray. The way that the people pray is by feeling it as if it's already so. So when the First Nations people in the Pueblo, near where I live, pray for rain, this is an outer thing that we could prove has an impact by prayer. They don't pray for rain. They don't say, oh, I really want rain. Oh, we need it for the crops. It'll help all the people. It will help all the people. No. They pray in a circle and they feel the rain. They smell the rain. They feel it as if it is already so, through the heart, not just an imagination, but a felt sense of it, right? It's like I say, what does an orange smell like? You've smelled an orange before. You might be able to summon the scent of an orange, or just a hint of it right now. Once you smell an orange, you know what it smells like. Words don't compare to the felt memory of it. So what I'm asking you right now is, before we begin this breath together, and it's a shorter one, we're going to have a full one on Saturday night at 8 p.m., and it'll be a couple hours, 1.5 hours, which is really what we need to do, a full session. But I want to give you guys a taste of this so that we don't need to use any more words for what is really just a universal gift that we all have. We don't need to prove that. So why did you come to this conference? Like, why truly did you come to this conference? Family. Yeah. Okay. What else?
To reignite the connection.
Reignite the connection. Feeling the connection to Great Spirit through each other. Yeah. Reignite the connection. Anyone else? Yes. Yeah, universal love. Universal, unconditional love. Like the feeling of a mother when the child is misbehaving or behaving. Either way, the mom somehow is able to summon love because you kind of know, oh, they're going to make it through. At least that's how I feel with my nieces. Like my nieces, they can be brats sometimes, but I'm still like, somehow there's love there still. So universal, unconditional love. Anyone else? Yes? Connect with my tribe, yeah. In order to what? Yeah, community. Community, love, and remembrance. Great. I love that community has the word unity in it as well. Yes? To share it forward. Okay, yeah. Yes. Information. And what kind of information for you?
Keep opening my eyes.
Yeah, right. It's safe to open. It's safe to open your eyes. You're not going to be told that you're wrong. So the point here is like I'm hearing wonderful feelings of love and connection. Have you ever felt that in the past? Can you remember a specific time when you really felt the unity? Not just the memory of like, oh yeah, we were in a circle and it was great. No, like that feeling. Don't even worry about words attaching to it. Just like, do you remember the feeling of the memory? Because when you play the feeling of the memory, it's like plucking a note right now. The music permeates the quantum shamanic field of that feeling. That's the way that the quantum field, how we interact with it. That's how you bring rain. You feel it. You go into co-resonance with it. And just a side note really quickly, and then I promise we'll get started. If when you're practicing feeling the intention as if it's already so, and tears come up, you feel opposite of that. That's okay too. It's important for us just to have a trajectory. The prayer is a guiding light, and ideally we want to practice feeling that. But if you're at a point in your process where you're like, oh, I'm not that, let the waters flow. That's okay too, right? Let the waters flow, but realize that's not who you truly are. But let the waters flow. Feel the feeling. So, a few other intentions just that I'll name out because I'd like you all at a certain point I'm going to ask you to practice the feeling of the meaning of the intention as if it's already so. But feeling safe in your body. Maybe some of you are feeling really tense in your body, or you have a growth, or you have something, and you don't feel safe to feel there. What might it feel like when in the past when you felt safe to feel in your body? Can you remember that feeling of freedom or connection or flowing? Or if you're sitting there in the chair and you're thinking, trying to figure out what the right intention is, sometimes the figuring out means we need to descend into the heart rather than in the brain. And so that intention might be, I'm safe to let go and trust. Have you practiced letting go of figuring it out and trusting in Great Spirit, God, the divine, whatever the word is, that summons a feeling of something greater than yourself, but that you're connected with? So, okay, that bell means it's time to stop talking. So, all right, so the second breath, I already shared the first breath, and I will guide you as we do this, but the second breath is actually the more important breath. It is the golden part of golden breath work, and it's not sexy. It's not super powerful in the beginning, but it is the doorway to your heart, and it's really the doorway to you supercharging your life with presence through the 1% more softness. And that is, and you can practice with me now. In fact, maybe you can practice looking at the horizon level. You don't have to look up at me, but I want to see a lot of dull eyes in front of me. Gentle eyes in front of me. Looking straight ahead. And just soften your gaze. And I'd like you to practice breathing in through your nose for a few seconds. And breathing out longer through your nose. And in through your nose for a few seconds. And out longer. And it doesn't have to be the same rhythm as mine. It's just a gentle inhale. It feels nourishing, but not super full. And the exhale is longer. And maybe you put a little tension at the back of your throat, ujjayi breath, like when you fog your glasses. But close your mouth. To slow the breath down. And the last part, when you're breathing this breath, what would it feel like to breathe through the back of your heart? Because where awareness goes, chi flows. And this is the region of your nervous system that we tend to carry tension. And most people walk around with so much tension there. They don't even realize it, and their breath pattern is saying to their nervous system, you are stressed, you are not safe, time to fight something. 1% more softness here is all we need to feel. What is he talking about, breathing through the back of my heart? I don't feel that. That's okay. What if you extended your exhale and you notice the chest descend and it pushes a gentle pressure towards the back of your thoracic cavity? Can you feel that? A gentle negative pressure kissing the chest center. If you can feel that, that means you're starting to establish feeling awareness in the most important part of the nervous system that tends to get kinked and doesn't allow the roll-up of consciousness into the third eye and having the intuitive visions that we hear some people on this stage talk about. It's all accessible. We just need to have the full line cleared. So we make clear here in the belly, and we make clear emotions there. We may open the heart, right? We may start to feel beyond even emotion. Intuition will come through. So, are there any questions about this breath? All right. Okay, so let's begin. Tracy, what time is it?
It is 11:27.
Okay, great. All right, so let's get started just with a gentle breath. So we're going to breathe for about a half an hour, and I've talked to you a little bit about peripheral vision and how important the peripheral vision is because it's helping us coax open more feeling awareness inwardly. Funny enough, as you open your periphery and you soften your gaze, it gives you more feeling awareness access because it tonifies a part of the brain that governs that function. Another way that we can open feeling awareness is through our listening. When you start to listen and feel the radius of your hearing, it can give you more feeling awareness in your body. So can everyone right now just try to feel the radius, feel the radius of your hearing. How far out can you hear? And now I'd like you to double that radius. Can you double the radius? Can you feel here a little more softly to feel the double of the space that you can hear? Breathing the gentle golden breath through your nose. In and out through the nose only, extending your exhale longer. Exhale is longer, but not exasperating. And even with your eyes closed, can you have an open peripheral vision? Can you relax the muscles of your eyes? You extend the exhale longer than the inhale. And what would it feel like to breathe through the back of your heart? Because where your awareness goes, chi flows. 1% more softness there. Softness, spaciousness, or relaxation in your heart center. It's so easy to breathe. You don't need to count. It's easy to inhale. It's longer on the exhale. Feeling the space all around you, the four directions around you through your heart center. And when you're ready, practice sending the signal to the quantum shamanic field, the feeling of the meaning of your intention, as if it were already so. The feeling. Allow the feeling to grow beyond your heart through the connection of the hearts around you, pouring like a fountain, 100 miles beyond this point. received by your subconscious, by your guides. One more minute of gentle nose breath through your heart center. Just a little more softness through your heart center. And when you're ready, give a few sighs through your mouth. A few sighs through your mouth. And start breathing through your mouth. Full inhale, easy exhale. A full inhale beginning in the belly, rising to the chest, opening the mouth a little bit wider than feels natural. And with your eyes closed, if there is anyone who does not want to receive a gentle acupressure breath correction, please raise your hand. A gentle touch on your belly or chest to invite you to shift your breath. If anyone does not want to receive that, please raise your hand at this time. Opening the mouth. We're only breathing through the mouth now. A full inhale, belly to chest. It's safe to breathe this way, I promise. I've breathed thousands of people. I've witnessed their breaths. It can be as long as you want on the inhale, belly to chest. Full inhale. It goes into your belly first, and then the chest. belly to chest. Take as much time as you need on the inhale. And let the exhale just fall out. You may yawn, that's common. You may feel a little cold or hot, that's common. Yeah, that's good. Full inhale. Good. Breathe in the belly. Yes. Beautiful breath. Good. Safe to breathe through your mouth. Let's see. Good. Good. Breathe. My heart and will is one. Breathe. Your heart and will is one with Great Spirit. You're masters of light and breath. Angelic forces. Ancestors, guides, saints and sages of all religions and tribes. I am presence in higher self. I call upon your guidance, assistance, and support for this perfect breath, for the Star Knowledge Conference, and each person in this circle. Begin your inhale a little sooner than you'd anticipate. You can undo your belt. Yeah. Full inhale. Yes. Good. Beautiful breath. Yes. That's it. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I choose life. I choose breath. Beautiful breath. Good. Keep breathing. Full inhale. Opening the mouth a little wider than feels natural. Let the exhale just fall out. If you're having trouble letting go of your exhale, take an extra sip in. A full inhale and an extra sip in at the end of your inhale. Beautiful breath. Great. It's safe to feel your feelings. Safe to breathe in your body. take an extra sip in to bring it more into the heart. Open the mouth a little wider than feels natural. A little wider. We're only breathing through the mouth. Great. Yeah. Full inhale there. Yeah. Great. Full inhale. Open the mouth a little wider. Yeah. My heart and will are one with Great Spirit. My heart and will are one. Yes, beautiful breath. Yeah, great. You may feel a little tingly, that's normal. Yeah, good. Unbutton your pants. Can you unbutton here? Yeah. Okay, good. There you go. Good. Great. Good. Great. Yeah. Beautiful breath. Good. Opening the mouth a little wider. Keep going. Keep going. We have more time. We need to keep breathing. Then you can rest the breath, but we need to keep breathing just for a few more minutes. Full inhale. Open the mouth a little wider. breath for as long as you can hold it. Breathe in fully. Hold your breath, relax your body completely. And when you can't hold it any longer, just let it go. Do not worry about breath technique. Just open and receive. The breath now manifests perfect balance, perfect integration, perfect awareness of great spirit presences, and of all good now.
你身体有自然力，是这里都变成历史，这是那个里边的事，可那个大事，变那事。
Continue to receive. Don't worry about breath technique. With your eyes closed, I call upon the guides of each person in this room to give them a clear signal of connection at this time. I call upon the guides of each person in this room to give them whatever guidance, awarenesses, or gifts they need to receive at this time. As we give thanks for this perfect breath. Feeling the gift of the peace at the center of your being. Always present, just one breath away. 1% more softness through your heart center. Breathing through the tips of your fingers and toes. What might it feel like to breathe softness through the tips of your fingers and toes? Through to the heart. Extending your exhale longer than your inhale. It's easy to breathe. Starting to move the body, taking your time, stretching, twisting the spine, whatever helps you to come back into this room. Here in Pickstown, South Dakota, Turtle Island. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great. Yeah, welcome back to the heart. Yes. All right. So most of us are back here now. Kind of. It's a powerful process, and it's a safe one too, especially in the circle of hearts. So thank you for your trust, firstly. Secondly, is there any experience that someone would like to just share quickly with the group? Did anyone experience anything? Yes, sir, in the blue.
My crown chakra was open right away, so I was feeling energy through the whole thing. But I started getting really dizzy and was lifting off, and I thought it wasn't safe. I was going to fall on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't, but
Yeah.
I was dizzy for most of it too. So.
Yes. Okay, so this is common, and actually, we just did a short breath, right? And there's a reason for that. Normally, on tomorrow, we're going to have mats, and whoever wants to come can lie down. The dizziness is partly a function of breathing too quickly. We don't need to breathe quickly. We don't want to hold on to our exhale either. Tension or breathing too quickly can create this. And then also, it can be a natural part of the process as you open up your meridians and channels. But the way that I'm having you breathe, it is safe. We're not hyperventilating. That is not how we do this kind of breath work, okay? But I understand, and tomorrow I'm going to actually have, if there's too many of you, if there's enough of you, I will have someone with me, and we will both be teaming to help correct your breath in real time. It takes a little time to get this breath technique ideal. But you did a great job, and you open, lots of...
I've been having problems in my middle back forever.
Yes.
So that helped release the tension today. So that actually got it work. So.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Good. Anyone else? Yes, at the back center. Crying. Flying. Wow. And did you receive an essence, a takeaway from that? Or was it just a profound experience for you?
I think it's because I've always had a connection with Hawk.
With
The Hawks.
the Hawks.
I've had flying dreams too.
But here a waking dream. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, in the green hat.
I came here to South Dakota looking for information on my spirit guide, Abdul Sioux Medicine Man. And he came to me and there was like an overlay. And he said I would be guided to more other people who he's guiding. It was very powerful.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll try to make this really short. Before I came here, I was given a message by the grandmothers that you would see. I've been to a number of these conferences. I work with Eagle Eyes Financial Support. You would see people in a completely different way, and he called them the transformational people. And so you confirm that with this. There was a vision I had, symbol I got, and it showed how long ago I came from a world called Kapti, and that world was destroyed, and for eons there had been wars. And now I brought many people back here, and we find peace here. And that's what this group is here for, to bring that back. And ascension is not started, it's begun a long time ago. This is confirmation.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. It's very profound. Yes. Yes, you.
I don't have my glasses on. I'm like, my heart's so going. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll open my mouth. I saw rainbows, like crystalline, just that, and it was like the fifth world of peace, and a lot of tears, but it wasn't the tears of sadness. It was that purity, that essence of our oneness, and that light, that rainbow light that it just poured water out of my eyes. And it wasn't just this realm, it was the realms,
Mm.
So it was hard for me to breathe. I had to lean over a couple times and like almost get into the roots to hold on,
Mm-hmm.
and but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to all of you, because it's one breath, right? It's that one mind, one heart, one spirit, one family,
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for giving yourself the gift of the breath. Yes, sir.
Real quick, I want to make it short. I also saw a rainbow, and I remember seeing clouds and an eagle, and at one point I found like an energy behind me. That's all.
Wow. Wonderful.
That's part of it that she brought up the rainbow,
Uh-huh. So you had the vision of the rainbow, an eagle, or presence, and you did as well.
Eagle. I got an eagle.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Guess who's here?
Maybe.
Yeah, Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, in the back.
I had the eagle too,
You had the eagle as well.
but then I rooted deep in Mother Earth. I was wanting to stay out in the cosmos. I mean, I really wanted to stay out, but I was thrown into Mother Earth, and everybody's roots were communicating. There was such an essence of Earth, and then the wolf came and said, "You need to walk the walk," and kill my tribe,
Mm.
which is my children.
Mm. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, because that actually is really at the heart of what we're doing here. It works beyond time and space. It works through lineages. I had a guy who's a business dude who does not do this type of thing. And he was breathing, and his mother had died, and there was huge unresolved things. And he woke up from the session, and he said, "My mother came and held my hand in the session, and we resolved everything," with lots of tears. But he did it. So that's really, we can do this, and it's not, and we don't have to prescribe it. You don't have to plan, even though I gave you the intention setting process. After that, I said, let it go. Come back to your breath. We don't need to direct anything with this, because the intelligence of your mind, body, spirit, egg is so perfect with the breath medicine that you will get exactly what you need, whether it's on a physical level, an etheric, an astral, emotional, mental, or spiritual level. So, with that said, is there anyone else that wants to share before we conclude? Yes,
Yeah,
two more.
I saw the eagle as well.
You did?
The eagle took me to the moon.
Wow.
And then I saw all those symbols were rotating around the moon. And then the message I got was, remember these symbols. So,
Wow, that's very interesting.
yeah, it was like the moon was there, like the old Universal Studio thing where the thing was, but those symbols were rotating around the outside of the moon.
Interesting.
I didn't know what they meant. I was just told to remember them, and I kind of have a vision, and I'll draw them out later.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to share a story with you after.
I just want to say what you just said about the man. That happened for me. My mother came through.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. We just have to keep breathing. We don't want to hold our breath in this process. Bracing. No. It's okay. It's safe to breathe. And if you keep breathing, it will come through. So thank you for keeping the breath going. And you, Jenny.
Yeah, just briefly, I always feel a lot of pressure and I get a lot of touches. But I went way out around here. I could really see it. But what was really, really cool, what brought tears to my eyes is I seen Fool's Crow and Crazy Horse. Oh, Crazy Horse was right here and he had a light blue t-shirt. I think he's alive somewhere. He was kind of telling me, he was thanking me, but he's out there somewhere. Modern day t-shirt.
Wow.
Really,
Cool.
It was him. It was cool. It really brought tears to my eyes.
Very cool. Great. All right. I've gone a little bit over. I'm sorry, Nikki.
It's okay.
Okay.
Lunch is on its way.
Oh, it is on its way. Okay. So then, just to wrap this process up, please write down whatever came through, or color, or draw. But this is profound stuff. Please string your pearls. We don't want to think this was a class. I actually should not have called it a class. I never call it a class because it's not a class. This is a breath ceremony, and you guys just participated in that. We don't do this every day. So string your pearls, practice. You've smelled an orange before. You know what that smells like. I want you to be able to remember the smell, so to speak, of what came through in your session today. Don't let it fade away like a dream when we wake up and it was so profound and then we're like, no, write it down. We're somehow committed to memory. Secondly, please drink lots of water today. You may notice your pee smells metallic or your breath smells metallic. That's because there is a huge cleansing process that happens with this. So double the water count. In Taos, we triple the water count because it's so dry there. But double the amount of water you normally drink. And then the last thing is I think we will be able to accommodate all of the people that are here, whoever does want to do the breath circle. And Nikki and I have spoken, and we're going to do it in this room. So whoever's here will just help us clear the chairs. And I have 20 mats. And then if anyone has a yoga mat, please bring it for Saturday at 8 p.m. If you would like to do a full breath session. But this was a full one too. It sounds like. So with that said, thank you so much for your trust. See you all this weekend. I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's beautiful shares, and thanks again for your trust.